TEW 2016, The Branding Solution, and we are here on Monday Night Raw, and we are 2 weeks away from Backlash, their only pay-per-view. So we've got most of our matches pretty much booked up for that, but we would just try to experiment on the pre-show yet again, where we have just putting teams together to see what we get, and we can see by performances Biff Busick is the star of this lot. He and Shane Strickland picked up the victory. Not the greatest of matches. We have a few of these today. Alan Young has been singled out as an extremely negative backstage influence. So I am pretty much feeding him to the more iconic names just to get a bit of a beatdown, hoping we can sort of push that out of him. That's the long-term goal for this, or he'll get fired. I'm not having a toxic rookie. I don't mind having someone who's got a name I can sell, but a rookie who could ruin my company if he gets the wrong mentality. I have actually looked to sign a lot of rookies. I've got a lot of negotiations going in for developmental. They're all going to be positive influence only, or non-negative influences. We then have another little thrown together tag team match. Surprisingly, Pentagon Jr. was the star. Well, not really surprisingly, you would expect that. Him and Freddie Yee won. Simple enough match. Just seeing if any of these have any chemistry. I thought they might. I'm guessing they're related. Apparently they're not really a good tag team. Whatever. We'll carry on. I wanted to give the Bollywood Boys a victory, so we just picked a relatively over tag team, about the same sort of level as them, for popularity. Again, just want to give Baron Corbin a victory, a bit of a squash sort of victory needed. And once again, we have another thrown together tag team selection, and we can see that there's a lot of better performers in here. We have Enemy State, who is one of the teams I've been pushing a bit. They get the best tag team performance. Titus O'Neil worked quite well, and Justin Gabriel. Pete Dunne would have been in this, but he is currently injured. And Titus O'Neil and Taylor Bate improve. I just did a random 6-way match. Why not? Let's see what happened. It's going to make Kofi look good, who got a 78. Otherwise, nobody was overly impressive in this match. And another squash match where I had Luke Harper pick up a victory, continuing a little push for him. And a 5-on-5, I believe, is going to end the show, or the pre-show. We gave DIY Crime Time the victory here. I called up quite a lot of talent this week. So we start the show here with Triple H bringing the Authority, Orton, Owens, Ambrose, and Big E. Can't have them all. Sadly, can't get 9 in this picture. All to the ring, and it's talking about how he's tired of those 4 men interfering in their business. Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan, Seth Rollins, and Finn Balor. He goes, well, at Backlash, some of these problems will be solved. For now, tonight, we're going to have a tag team main event. You pick 2 of your guys, and I'll pick 2 of my guys, and we'll see who ends up on top of the mountain. So it's kind of like, I'm kind of having Bray as the leader of this group, because he's the best on the mic in the company, and I don't want to risk wrestling him when he's got that niggling injury for a year. In the IC tournament, Apollo Crews, last to get through, is going to be the first to get through the next round, beating Dalton Castle. It's actually a pretty impressive match for these two, so I'm happy with that. Jericho brings out Carlito to get the answers to why the Perfect 10, Ty Dillinger, has been getting attacked by Carlito. And Carlito explains that these youngsters, they come here with no respect. So that's why I bought my apple back, Chris. And if you don't respect me, I'll be spitting this in your face too. And at Backlash, Ty Dillinger will learn that you need to respect the elders of the business. So yeah, it's a low card rivalry that's only probably going to go through this card and through this pay-per-view. We can try a few of these out just to boost a couple of people. And I use Jericho well again. And then we do jump into a tag team match. We move 3 storylines along, where we have the Usos, Alex Riley and Ty Dillinger lose to Carlito, Jinder and the Shining Stars. Yeah, there's a simple reason for all this. A nice little group of improvements, but nothing to change yet. Then the Usos go backstage and they see American Alpha, who they just sort of blank as they are meeting them in the Raw Money in the Bank in about 3 weeks' time. I'm doing a tag team match, Money in the Bank, on the week before the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, and these two are both in there. Nothing much happens in this segment there. Just sort of not looking as good as they used to. And what's a surprise? I actually thought Xavier Woods was higher rated in performance, but he beats Curtis Axel to advance in the Intercontinental Tournament. It seems like the smartest choice. Xavier, I got a good idea for Xavier's next round. And I thought there should have been an angle in there, but never mind. The Miz and Morrison defeat Dolph Ziggler and Jack Swagger. When Baron Corbin attacked Jack Swagger, left him vulnerable, and The Miz took advantage. The Miz getting a 92. Bloody hell. And last week we saw Miz and Morrison reunite, and Dolph Ziggler is at the end of this problem at the moment. And then Baron Corbin continues the beatdown of Jack Swagger. Baron Corbin got knocked out of the Money in the Bank last week, so he isn't happy. No, the Intercontinental Tournament, he's not happy. Swagger is still in it, and he's been targeted by the Lone Wolf. Triple H announces that Big Cass will be facing Roderick Strong next week in the Intercontinental Tournament, and the Bucks need to not interfere in that match, and if they do, they will lose the tag team titles. So yeah, we're just trying to advertise the next match with the tag team titles storyline along without doing too much. 87 is great. And this was just a thrown together match. Jay Lethal defeated Rich Swann. I'm just trying to give Jay Lethal a little boost. Because of this, Luke Harper comes out. He cuts a promo telling Jay Lethal that he will meet him next week in the Intercontinental Tournament. And if he does make it out, it will be the stupidest thing he's ever done. So we are having the beast of Luke Harper. Jay Lethal could win, could be Luke Harper. I have still to make my final decision. So yeah, a nice 72 for two guys not known for their mic skills. We are trying to push American Alpha again. I want them to get to near the level of the Bucks. So they picked up a victory on the show, just simple as that. And we then see Triple H backstage with his team, picking out who will face off in the main event tonight. Brandy obviously won't because of the pre-show. And then we go to the ring, where Bray Wyatt cuts a promo on his team, and we're left thinking, who will he pick? And the answer is simple. We have Daniel Bryan and Finn Balor. Wow. This is Kurt Angle and Kevin Owens. Yeah, we played the curveball here. Kurt Angle is kind of a bit of a mercenary for Team Triple H. So we used him in this main event just to stop one of the absolute big guys losing. Kevin Owens and Daniel Bryan are in there because they're in a separate little storyline. So I had a group of people it could have been either way. Finn Balor, as we know, I'm pushing to the roof. As we can see, got an 84, and he was involved in the winning team. Kurt Angle declining physical ability, but we have a match set up for him at Money in the Bank already, which will get announced sooner rather than later. And then afterwards, there's just a giant brawl between both teams, both sides of it, and it gets all over the arena. We see all of the big names of the company. It doesn't help the storylines, but still, we're happy with that. And we get an 88 again, so we're quite consistent with our 88s. In all honesty, most of the card wasn't that special tonight. We have pushing a tag team, pushing a singles guy, keeping the IC title looking good, qualifying match, squeezing like 2 little storylines in the TV match and an IC match. So we didn't have the most matches tonight, to be honest. So we're not overly worried with this. So we're going to head back to the main screen and see what news we can find. And we are now back to the main screen. Ultimo Dragon has been fired. Interesting. I believe he's quite old, so probably wouldn't be too much use for me. Well, he's 50. I can't really do too much with a 50-year-old. Let's just see if he'll do like developmental training. No. Oh, wait. Oh, fair enough. Ultimo Dragon may come in to train. That's actually quite a good pick. Just the developmental monas, and I've got nothing I can do with most of them because I have no extra seats at the commentating tables, and I only have 3 shows. I have guys on each show. Storyline wise, we are going quite strong here. I feel like most of the main storylines are great, even the tag title one. Creative meeting, we have the Jackson boy, Roderick, and Orton off Raw. Darren Young's on holiday, mostly to redevelop him, so that's all good. But otherwise, there isn't too much to look at for Raw. It's quite a slow week. We're going to head back next time with SmackDown. But we only have 1 more week of Chris Jericho, so there may be something happening to him next week. We don't know yet. I feel like I should write him off somehow, and he won't make it. Actually, the reality is he will make it to the next Raw. So I could actually write him off at Backlash if things work out nicely. Otherwise, that's going to be it. So we'll be back next time. Thank you all for watching.